they brought in experts and folks who were living during the time on the block, San Juan Hill, both Puerto Ricans, and I believe we had an Irish gang member who came to speak with us. I called them show and tell days. You know what I mean? But we got to hear firsthand accounts, and it made everything so much more tangible. And we had Virginia Sanchez Corral. Did I say that correctly?
Yes. Yep.
She came in. She's an expert in Puerto Rican studies, and spoke to us about specifically. I took a lot from her about what women were going through during the time, and just the political temperature, and just all the different pressures that people were experiencing as a result of being pushed out of their homes so that they could essentially build Lincoln Center. You actually speak way more eloquently on this subject, Rachel, than I do. But it was really important to our creative team to make sure that we actually understood what was going on. We're making a story for a new generation. You know, none of us were alive when this was happening. Respectfully. I was like, I just said that, and Rita's sitting right there. But I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. However, it was really important for us to all have that understanding, and I think that understanding really grounds the portrayals. Don't you think? Do you all agree with that?
It adds a new layer of context to the plot. It makes you care a lot more about the feud between the two gangs, because historically, iterations of Romeo and Juliet and West Side Story, you don't really understand the reason they're fighting beyond turf. Or in Romeo and Juliet's case, like the Capulets and the Montagues are fighting, and it's a tale as old as time, and the fight's so old we can't even remember why it started.
Right.
You're painfully aware of what's going on in 1957 Manhattan, these 20 blocks known as San Juan Hill, and the Robert Moses Slum Clearance Project is displacing all of these Puerto Rican and low-income white families to make way for something that these people are not even able to enjoy, the Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts, because of their economic consequences. And so Tony Kushner was so adamant about making sure that layer of context was there for all of us and infused in our backstories, which we got pages and pages of.
It was actually really cool.
It's so insightful, and it really influences not only the performances, but the way that the audience is able to react and understand and empathize with the decisions that are made, because some may see it as rash, but when you put the context in, you see the stakes and you understand why they're making the decisions that they're making.